Hello world, I'm Attila. Today I will talk about the No Excuses book, The Power of Self-Discipline by Brian Tracy. And this was a book on self-discipline. If you want to be successful, you must do the things that you don't like doing, or you don't have time, you don't have energy. And to do this, you must have a very strong self-discipline. So this book is about the power of self-discipline, why it's important, and how you can learn it. So if you want to achieve your goals, you must not have excuses. You must not do it someday. You must start doing it now. And to do this, you must have self-discipline. And if you want to achieve your goals, you must become a different person with different work ethics and who values work the most. Self-discipline is the ability to do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. And this was a quote by Albert Hubbard. And there are a lot of success strategies in the world, but none of them work without self-discipline. And our life is constantly about making decisions. And there are always the hard paths and the easy task, the fun. And most people choose the fun path, not the necessary, the hard path to lead to success. Because we are animals, and if there is pleasure in the short term, we will choose that, but you should put off satisfaction in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term. So being successful is all about thinking in the long term. And if you always choose the easy path, it will soon become a habit, and you shouldn't make a habit out of it. You should make a habit out of doing the right thing, the hard thing, that however hard it is. And if you have self-discipline, your self-esteem will grow like with this. So that is a direct relationship between these two. Because if you do a lot of work, then you will really value your work, and your self-esteem will grow. And if you can work hard, you can beat talent, because talent is a little bit overrated, this book says. If you are a talented people and you don't work hard enough, a little bit less talented but more hardworking people can easily beat you. And first, you must put in the hard work, and then successful will come. So this is like a pay first system. You must pay the hard price first. And with success, the greatest reward is not the money, it's the quality of the person that you become. So a lot of successful people say that their money is only a consequence of their personality, because they are a great person and they value work. Money is only the result. And character can only be developed in real life, so you can't learn it from a book. You must have this real life experience. And we all live by values, and if you want to learn a new value in your life, you should practice this value, because we learn by repetition. And if you read about and imagine skills that you want to have, you will start to have them, because it is all about thinking and believing. And what you think about and expand upon will grow within you. So you should emulate the person you most admire. You should follow their advices, read their books, listen to their audio programs in your car, go to seminars, and you should imagine yourself the person you want to be, and you will live up to this image. But first I must add here, Brian Tracy wrote this book, and he does a lot of seminars, and he does a lot of books, and he does a lot of audio books. So maybe this advice is a little bit to help him, but okay, let's go on. And your role models shape your personality a lot, so it's important to choose the right persons as people, as role model. And if something goes wrong, it is only your responsibility. So I read a book on this. It's called Extreme Ownership, and those were you should own your mistakes and you should own your success as well. So I will link it in the description, and it's on the screen now, so you should check it out. And all our negative emotions come from the fact that we blame someone or something else, and we feel that we are not good enough. We compare ourselves to the others, the more successful person. And the more you accept this responsibility, the greater sense of control you experience, and the more control you have in your own life, the happier person you will become. And you shouldn't be unhappy because of some past event. You should, instead of focusing on the past, you can learn from the past, but you shouldn't live in it. You should focus in the future instead. You should have clear written goals in a paper. If you don't write them down, chances are that you won't. There are 4% chance that you will follow them through. If you write them down, this 4% chance 10x, so it will become 10 times. And you should also set a deadline for them, because deadlines help us do things. So for example, I release daily videos, and I think it's easier to release daily videos than doing videos every 2 days, because then I have a clear deadline that I have to meet every day. And you should make a list of everything that you can think of that you could possibly do to achieve your goal. And you should set sequence and priority. Sequence is the order of things. First, you must do this thing to do the next thing. And then do something immediately. Don't wait for anything. Your most precious asset in your life is your earning quality. And you should appreciate this asset by constantly learning. And you should constantly study your field and become better. Otherwise, your skills will erode, or others will become better than you. And to be rich in life, you have to be happy when you save money. Usually, we are happy when we spend money, but that's not good. And our income is constantly increasing, but we don't save enough. So you should have a rule. For example, when your income becomes bigger by 10%, you should invest 50% of that income, so you can have financial freedom, because this book says that in order to be happy, you must have financial freedom. And you should do things as the successful people do things, follow their advice. And if you just learn this 2 hours more a day, then so you should just add 2 extra hours of learning into your life. You will become better than most people. And another thing is that if you work more than 40 hours a day, you have not a day, but a week, you have an advantage over most people. Everyone fears new things, but people with good self-discipline can control this fear and they can overcome it because they know that like these new things are necessary for their success. And it also helps if you believe that you are unafraid. So if you really believe in it really strongly, then it will come true. So for example, if you are religious, and I don't want to hurt anyone, but then you really believe that the God exists. It won't exist magically, but it will have the same effect on your life. And there are two types of courage. First is like the usual type, is when you start doing something, and this starting is the courage. And the second thing is that you started doing something, but you must keep doing it. You believe in this, believe in yourself that this process or this activity will lead you to success. And you gotta set priorities. And you should think about three things in your work that are the most important, that teaches you the most, that earn you the most. And you should only do these three things all day long in your work. And then you talk about leadership. Leaders must work tirelessly and they should act as a role model every time, even if their employees don't see them. And they should be action-oriented as well. If you are a business, you must delight your customer at the lowest cost possible to be profitable. And if you are a salesman, you must sell your products all the time because you must not be afraid of failure. You should like pack your time fully with sales, and if you are not in face to face with a customer selling your product, that is a wasted time. And physical exercise is good for your brain. So of course you don't have time in our modern world. Like we work a lot and we must have time with our family as well. But you must have just a little time for physical exercise, because physical exercise is like food for your brain. If you want to live a happy marriage, you must learn to listen. Listening is a great skill. Like you must listen to the problems of your wife, your spouse, or your husband, and understand their problems and like solve it together. Your spouse must become your best friend, so you should know about each other a lot. And then it talks about like raising a child, and it's one of the greatest responsibility in one's life, and it's also the greatest joy. And the children need unconditional love and acceptance, whatever they do. And love for them means time with them. So if you have a child, your number one priority should be like spending time with your family. And you will be your children's role model, and especially in the most intense situation, when you are really angry and you really want to say the bad word, but no, you don't do it because your children are there and they will learn from you. And you should teach them the right values, like being honest, valuing work, being intelligent, like don't work for others, and things like that. And you can get friends by raising their self-esteem. So everyone has the desire to be important. And if they feel that they are important for you, they will be happily around you, and they will be happy when they are around you, so they will be your friends. So that was this book. It was interesting, but I don't like Brian Tracy books for multiple reasons, because he only becomes successful by teaching how to be successful. And he doesn't teach how to be successful. He teaches us things that he doesn't even know, because if he would know it, then he would do that instead of teaching. Of course, I highly appreciate him. He's a great businessman, but like I don't like him. And another thing is that like I think that these are just his notes that he read, that he made during reading other books. I had this feeling a little bit, all these thoughts are a little bit superficial, or not superficial, but like they are not very deep. I think he didn't make them, but I don't know. Of course, if you want to chat with me, Brian, then I'm happy to chat. So you can call me up and you can sort this issue out. And another thing is that like this book is about working tirelessly, don't having a fun time, and just working for the future. And I think that's not, of course that's good, that maybe it's necessary for success, but I think a good life also means that just having fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. And just have fun. Don't work tirelessly all the time. Of course, that's my advice, and I'm not successful yet, but Brian is, so you should choose who to listen to. And so that's it for today. You should subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my podcast. I release videos every day. I read one book every day and make a summary and thoughts about it. And because reading is very important and you can learn a lot by it. And but a lot of people unfortunately don't have time to read, so I will read a book instead of you every day. And you should subscribe, and I will share my thoughts about this book, because these are my notes that I made during reading the book. So you don't have a lot of time, but 10 or 15 minutes or maybe half an hour is, I think, worth like listening to my videos and learning about these topics. So you should subscribe, and I also active on Twitter, so you should follow me there. And you can also recommend me some books if you want to have a book that you can't read, you don't have time, but I have time, so I can read them. So that's it for today. Bye bye.